All right, folks, this is a big one of the largest pieces we've had honored to have sold in a while. We're looking at it here. It is a whopping 22.5 or so inches tall. We're talking the box here, about 16 inches deep. This is Selene from Underworld. She is 1/4 scale, a quarter scale on this. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you the condition of the box itself. We want you to see all of this just so you know what you're getting. See, it's got the big Underworld there on it. This is a very limited piece, and I can imagine why. It is so large to produce, so big. It's from Hollywood Collectibles Group 8 years ago. And this one is 104 of 750. We will verify that with what's in the box in a moment. I want to verify, or that I want to let you know that we believe it to be 104 of 750. We'll check the bottom of it. Sometimes those things get swapped or switched. If you're familiar with the War of the Lycans and Selene's place in there, this will tell you all about that. It's not for kids under 14. Partly because it is huge. It is a statue. It can break. It hasn't, luckily, hooray. But it can break off and the pieces can get in there. Plus, it's expensive. You don't want the 14-year-olds, but most importantly, you don't want them turning into werewolves. That's the main reason. So we recommend no one under 14. Now, if you've been with us for these statues before, you know that oftentimes I have already removed the statue from the box. It was on display with our consigner, so he's already removed it and used it. I'll show you the inside of the box itself, but rather than have you watch me try to take it out of here, because it's very large and we have to be very cautious and careful, I will instead pause for one moment, and through the magic of editing, we will bring her out in all her glory. So there she is through a choppy, terrible edit that we have just done. You can see now she is still 20, close to 22 inches on this little plinth. Selene herself is about 17 inches. So at a quarter scale, what does that put her at? 78 inches? That sounds very tall. She does have these platforms, so maybe that's maybe that's part. 68 inches. I've done my math wrong. 68 inches, so about 5'8". Is she 5'8"? Maybe somebody can check on that for us. But I'm gonna just turn her around very slowly. There's a couple of things I want to point out. The first is cool leather, lots of straps and buckles. I want you to check out all this cool leather work. The attention to detail on the hair and on the back of this. Somebody's gonna go back and snip this apart and pause just the part where I'm petting her hair, and it's gonna look real creepy. I didn't mean to do that. I just want to point out all the attention to detail here, the leather work, and what my favorite part of this is the damage. It's not real damage. This is exactly how it came, but the sculpted in damage to the ledge here. I'm gonna see if we can zoom in as we do this. Well, you know, that cuts off her head, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll go around once on the top, maybe. See all of this really cool work right there. That leather work. I want you to see the attention to detail. Guns. And I will point out something here in just one moment. I really want to make you aware of. It's a neat little thing that they did to make this work. You can see on the corset all of this, the buckles, and leather work on there. Not actual leather. The whole thing is polystone. Get her back to here. We'll zoom in. Well, we can't really zoom in any further, but you can see the detail on the face. I think the paint job, maybe it's just under this lighting. She does come off a little bit cross-eyed, sadly. Looking pretty good nonetheless. And I do want to point this out. We'll go a second round, and the second round will focus on the bottom half. When we do that, I want to point this out right here. her hand comes off. At first I thought maybe the consignor had broken it off accidentally. No, it's magnetic. There's no real reason for it, near as I can tell, other than she would not fit in the box otherwise, which means that the engineers who sculpted and designed her and the engineers who designed the packaging at one point were working in cahoots to make sure she would fit. That is absolutely incredible. That means that somewhere they were constrained as to what the size of the box could be. They realized, well, we've got to change the entire mold in order to fit her in there, probably for various shipping constraints. We'll move all the way down here. Now, I really want to focus on those boots just because half the detail in this is between that corset, these boots, a lot on that plinth there as well. And I'm going to do my darndest to remove her. We'll have to remove her from this stand anyway to get her shipped to you. A word of warning, it will be probably fairly expensive to ship. You saw the size of that packaging. And you saw see her. She is, the way that this is, the way that the weight is distributed, I'm amazed that it holds up as well as it does. Zoom back out. I'm amazed that it holds up that well at all. Running out of the confines of our box there. And hopefully the camera won't fall on me. So what I'm going to do, I need two hands to do this. I'm going to be very, very careful. Moving her from base. Don't even like putting her into the base. Any of our statues. You should probably be careful with this as well. I suggest. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to struggle with this for a while, so again, through the power of the magic of choppy editing, we have been able to remove her from her base. It's still intact, and I want to show you that little spike there. I don't want to set her down, but I do want you to be able to see the base by itself, and in particular, information on the bottom. So more sculpting on the bottom. And yes, it is in fact 104 of 750. Can we zoom in and get that a little bit better? Well, we can try. So there you go, 104 of 750 from Screen Gems, limited edition number 4. Now, still got her. Ooh, boy. Workout. We've still got her. She is going to go back into her box. See, it does come with the original styrofoam for those of you who care about such things. Make it as close to the original experience of having gotten this yourself all that time ago, 8 years ago. We'll put her back in here. This is going to go in the big box. The big box is going to go in an even bigger box. And that whole shebang is going to go out very safely to you. So there you have it, folks. This is 1/4 scale Selene from the Underworld series.